everybody. Hope you're doing well. I decided to record my normal practice at home for you to be able to share it, and especially during this time that most people are staying at home to avoid the spread of coronavirus. I thought that this is a great time to share this practice, and you can just change your mood at home with 10-15 minutes practice of yoga. So if you are interested and would like to accompany me, just bring your mat and let's jump into it. So when you're bringing your mat, just have a seated position on your mat, and you can have a simple cross. So let's close your eyes first and bring your attention to your breathing. Let's breathe in and breathe out. So in yoga, we mostly do stomach breathing, which interprets as when we breathe in, we take the air in and we feel the stomach, and when we exhale, we give the air out and deflate the stomach. So it's again, we're breathing in, inflating, and breathing out, deflating the whole stomach. So while you're doing your breathing, just bring your attention, your thoughts, your emotions, everything to here and now, and keep the worry, any distraction outside of this place. So after a few rounds of breathing, just open your eyes and interlace your arms in front of you. So stretch your arms all the way to the ceiling while you're here. Don't forget your breathing. With your right palm, grab your left wrist and slowly stretch to the right side of the body. Let the lateral stretch of the left side of the intercostals, and then coming back to the center. With your left palm, grab your right wrist and slowly stretch to the left side. And then slowly coming back up. Interlace your palms behind yourself and straighten your arms all the way and open the chest to the front. Don't forget your breathing. And then when you're ready, just coming back. So from here, just bring your left palm on your right knee and extend your right hand all the way to the ceiling. And just extend your arm all the way, put it behind yourself. So let the upper body twist happens on the torso, and the focus is really on the torso and the rib cage, and it's not really the arms. So again, if you want, you can gaze also at the right side of the room and breathe in and breathe out. And then slowly we're coming back to the center. We're going to switch to the other side. So the right palm on the left kneecap, and extend your arm all the way to the ceiling. And again, put it behind yourself. And then when you're ready, slowly coming back to the center. Now coming on the tabletop position. In this position, you're keeping the wrists underneath the shoulders and the knees should be underneath the hips. So we're gonna do a few cat-cows here. So we're gonna take a breath, open the chest, making the back concave, and with the exhale, coiling the back all the way. Again, take a breath, open the chest to the front, and exhale. Again, one more time, take a breath, and exhale. And then while we're here, just stretch your right leg, keeping the toes on the floor and pushing the heels toward the back of the room. So stretching the right hamstring. And then let's switch to the other side. Switching the left hamstring and stretching it by pushing the heel toward the back of the room. And then coming back to the center again. This time lift the right leg to the hip height and the left arm all the way to the front of the room. So we are trying to keep the belly in this position. And then take a breath here, and with the exhale, bring the knee to the elbow. Again, take a breath and exhale. Take a breath and exhale. And take a breath and exhale. And then switch to the other side. Lift the left leg and the right arm. Take a breath here and exhale. Take a breath and exhale. And then take a breath and exhale. And then coming back to the tabletop, coil your toes under. Before we come up, just lift your knees a few inches away from the ground and stay here. This is a little bit of core work, so you might feel as you're warming up while you're here. And again, putting it back down, we're going to go up one more time. So we're going to take a breath, go up, and don't forget your breathing. And again, coming back down. And then this time, we're going to take a breath and then slowly push the hips and the thighs toward the back of the room. We're coming to our first down dog. If you feel you're too short, you can always adjust your hands and give more distance. So I would recommend start pedaling your feet a little bit, stretching the hamstrings. So the feet are hip distance, and the palms are also shoulder distance. So we are, and then while we're here, we might keep a little bit of bend in the knees to be able to stretch the front of the body, or basically the upper side of the body. So there's no need to straighten the legs. You can always keep a little bit of micro bend there. And then slowly start to walk your hands to your feet. And when you get here, just let the head and the neck dangle. This is called Uttanasana in Sanskrit. And it's a great pose for stretching the back of the legs, the hamstrings. If you can start straightening the legs, but it's not a must. For sure, you can always keep a micro bend there because already the stretch is happening. Maybe you can clasp your elbows. And then slowly just release your arms and slowly come all the way up like a rag doll. Great job. So you're coming to the front of your mat and standing in mountain pose or Tadasana. In Sanskrit, mountain pose is called Tadasana, and it's a very strong pose. So it's a standing pose which we are keeping the feet parallel to each other. In order to make sure that they're parallel, your outer edges of the feet should be parallel to the outer edge of your mat. That's where your feet are parallel. And then keeping the palms of your feet facing to the front of the room, your arms are strong. And then take a breath here. Extend your arms all the way up to the ceiling. Maybe gaze up, touch palms. And with the exhale, bring it to your hand, to your heart. And again, one more time. Take a breath, go up. And with the exhale, bring it to your heart. And then the third round, we're gonna fold forward. So I'm gonna actually change my position that you can see me from the side. However, you keep your position at the front of your mat. So we're gonna basically I'm gonna come to the front of my mat. So take a breath, extend your arms all the way up, touch palms, gaze up, and then fold forward, hinge forward from the hip all the way to the floor. We're coming to Uttanasana. Let the head and the neck dangle. Then take a breath, bring your chest halfway up, bring your hands to your shins, and this is called Uttanasana. Basically, I'm trying to make my back flat. So it's called Uttanasana, and then exhale to Uttanasana. Again, one more time. Take a breath, Uttanasana, and exhale to Uttanasana. And then now frame your palms around your feet and step one foot at a time to the plank position. So while you're in plank, make sure that you're not dumping the lower body, and basically you're pulling the hip and then thighs up to be the extension of your torso, and we're keeping the core strong here. And then we're going to slowly come all the way on our bellies to our mat. Put your forehead on the floor and extend your arms all the way to the front of the room. So we're going to take a breath, lift your right leg and the left arm. And slowly bring it down. Take a breath, lift your left leg and your right arm. And again, one more time. Right leg and the left arm. And again, switching. Left leg and right arm. And this time we're going to do both feet and the arms. And then slowly bring it back. Bring your arms near to your hips. And then slowly, we're going to take a breath, lift the chest, lift the arms, lift the legs, all the way. And breathe in and breathe out. And then slowly coming back down. And then bring your arms, extend your arms next to your body. And keep your toes as if you're holding a cupcake under your palms. So take a breath, lift your chest, and slowly exhale, coming back down. This time lift your chest, and only bring your left shoulder to the floor, stretching the left side of the body. And then coming back up. And only the right shoulder to the floor. And then again coming back up. This time we're gonna bring the palms next to our ribs. This is called the floating ribs, and we're gonna do another back bend. It's called cobra pose or bhujangasana. So push to the palms, take your chest up. Lift your chest, Collarbones wide, look to the front of the room. And exhale. Then coil your toes under. We are pushing to the palms and coming all the way to the plank position. And then from here, pushing the thighs, the hip all the way toward the back of the room. We're going to go to the downward facing dog. And staying here for 5 deep breaths. And then while you're here, again, walk your hands slowly to your feet. And this time, put your palms all the way under your feet up to the wrist crease. And let the stretch happen. See how much you can straighten, but don't push yourself too hard. And then slowly just let it go. And again, slowly we're going to come all the way up to the standing. So that was almost a 15-minute yoga practice, and I hope you liked it. So thank you for accompanying me here. We're gonna do another session soon. So stay tuned. Namaste.